Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm doing a review of an adventure film from Germany, German language, English subs, released in the year 2008, directed by Philipp Stölzl, and this movie is called North Face. Now, North Face is actually based on a true story, so if you like your true stories, then hopefully this one will interest you. So the story to North Face is as follows. Journey to the death-defying heart of danger and suspense and relive 48 white-knuckle hours that will go down in history. This is the incredible story behind the first ever attempted scaling of the north face of the infamous Eiger Mountain that has claimed over 60 lives. Summer 1936. Bearing the expectations of a nation and their Führer, two climbers set out to be the first to conquer the appropriately nicknamed Murder Wall. But soon their ascent becomes a race for survival. Threatened by injury and storms of an unimaginable fury, their quest becomes a pulse-pounding race against both time and the awesome forces of nature. So it's in 1936 in Germany. This is just before the war. Now, Germany, leading into the Olympic Games, they need a little bit of a morale boost. The public, to get them motivated and to show off the world just what Germany is about, they need a little bit more enthusiasm. So the press of Germany, they decide that what the public need is someone to conquer the north face of the infamous Eiger Mountain. Now, North Face has never been conquered and it's claimed over 60 lives. So a lot of climbers are very reluctant to do this. So the two main characters, they're very good friends and they're very experienced mountain climbers. So the press put pressure. There's a young lady who works in the press who knows these two climbers, and she is putting the pressure on because she needs a big story, and this is the exact occasion that she could take advantage of. So one of the climbers is reluctant, but the other one is really keen to do it because he wants to make a name for himself. But obviously the other guy is reluctant because he is aware of just what the North Face is like. Eventually, he succumbs to the pressure that is mounted from his friend, and he agrees to look out for his friend and do the climb as well. So the whole nation have an expectation on these two. Climbers from all over the world have come, and it's basically a race against time in order to get to the top and to show off the fact that these were the first people to conquer this mountain. So Germany really want it, and so these two climbers have to get started in order to get there before anyone else does. But it soon turns to a race for survival as one of the climbers gets injured and they get caught in very, very horrendous weather conditions. So their lives are in grave danger and they have to use their willpower in order to try and get out of here alive. So that's all I'm going to tell you on the story. If you want to know more, please go out there and have a look at this one for yourself. Now, my thoughts on the film. Once again, another really, really good nature versus man film. If you like your films that are spectacularly shot, this movie, the cinematography is absolutely breathtaking, and the director has the talent to put you in the shoes of these climbers. Some of the camera angles, it made my hands sweat, and if you're afraid of heights, I'm sure it'll do the same. It's just one of those movies where it's the beauty of nature that's also the harsh realities of nature and the scary side of nature. So it shows us how little we are compared to Mother Nature, and it's both thrilling and it is actually a very beautiful film as well, because not only is it about man trying to conquer nature, it is also about two friends and the willpower that they have, and it's the battle for survival and what humanity is capable of during the harshest times. So I actually thought it was both a very adventurous film, but it was also a very emotional and touching film because the characters are very likable, and that's something I liked. It's a 2-hour film, and I thought that it needed to be a 2-hour film because it gives you time to really connect with the characters, and when these bad things start happening, you really want them to get out of here, and it just makes it even more fearful, and that's what the film really needed. And a lot of movies of this nature, they try to do that, but it just doesn't really happen. There's no added fear because the characters aren't terribly likable. Now, there is an American film called K2, I believe it's called, with Bill Paxton. It was a good movie, but the character development wasn't as strong as this film, so that's why I am rating this film much, much better than K2. So if you like K2, chances are you'll really get something out of this one if you don't mind subtitles. Now, as I said, cinematography excellent, the character development was excellent, and it really needed strong performances from the acting, and I actually thought it was really well done. Very likable characters. It is set during the Nazi era, but the movie isn't about Nazis. It's just about everyday Germans, and it shows that not every German was evil. And it was these two who were trying to not only conquer the mountain for Germany, but they were going to conquer the mountain for each other because they wanted a sense of achievement. And so they went up there with, different incentives, but it was all the same in that they just wanted to be able to tell everybody that they actually did this. And when things go wrong, they basically, climbing the mountain all of a sudden hasn't become the most important thing. So it really is a story of mateship, and it really does intensify as the film goes on. So the first hour, I would say, is really just development, but then it kicks into gear, and it really is very suspenseful, and it will make your hands sweat, and it'll make you feel very uncomfortable, because it did for me. So if you like these types of films, I'm highly recommending it. The soundtrack was very touching. It helped the mood of the film. It's not a very happy film, so don't go in there expecting something like Cliffhanger, action every minute. It is a very realistic film, and as I said, it really is a film about how far humanity can go and our limits, and when we're put into a dire situation, just what we're capable of to try and survive this situation. Now, my only problem with the movie, I thought that it kind of interchanges from The Spectators looking up and the actual mountain climbing scenes. I thought it would have been better if it was told through the perspective of the climbers throughout the entire length. Having said that, I actually felt that it kind of helped the story progress a little bit by going back to The Spectators. But for the fact that I wanted a little bit more sustained suspense, I feel that it lets the viewer off a little bit when it goes back to The Spectators. But that is a very minor criticism in what was a very, very good film. So if you like these types of movies, I am definitely saying go and get it. Just the way that it's been shot, you can feel how cold it was up there. And as I said, it really does put you in the shoes of these mountain climbers. So if you're afraid of heights, this will definitely be a movie that will test your limits. So I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5. It is a fantastic movie, and it is definitely one that I am recommending to each and every one of you. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later.